those 351 games played as a Jet.
So the Jets are climbing, the Red Wings are soaring, and we are officially underway between Winnipeg and Detroit. Delighted to have you all with us tonight. Rasmussen was parked out front. Sherratt moves it to Sandin Pellikka. Wrist shot. Hellebuyck the save. Rebound available. And finally it's found and covered up by Connor Hellebuyck. The two players of hockey royalty have played against one another. Of course, Chicago Blackhawks legends. Alex DeBrincat puts it on net. Hellebuyck the save. Patrick Kane couldn't put the rebound home.
The sticks of Detroit Red Wings.
Larkin plays it to Lucas Raymond, team high 56 points, and that one is swallowed up by Hellebuyck.
Well, Raymond's one of those guys, you go back to his draft year and was so highly thought of, and there was some concern that where would he fall inside of that top 10. Well, of course, the Detroit Red Wings jumped up, picked him fourth in that 2020 draft, and he has proven to be worth his weight in gold, that's for sure. He is their leading point producer so far this year, 56 points through Detroit's first 50 games.
Off the face-off, Detroit with possession. Ben Sherratt puts it on target. Hellebuyck finds that and quickly freezes it. Scheifele back to the blue line. Morrissey to the middle, gets it back, and give and go Morrissey. Keeps, shoots right on target. Gibson to save the rebound. Detroit collected the puck. And a good effort from Soderblom to force that puck out of the zone.
Yeah, first shot on goal for Detroit, and it was a good one, or for Winnipeg rather, and it was a good one.
Here's Kyle Connor firing. Gibson to save, and he covers up the rebound. Here's Soderblom getting to the puck. Tanner Pearson all over him. It's worked back to the blue line. And here's a shot from Sandin Pellikka that was stopped by Hellebuyck. Here's Shen with poise, plays that puck ahead. Tanner Pearson into the zone. Kyle Connor accepts the pass. Logan Stanley shoots, and Gibson up to the task.
What a great read by Gibson. He was well over in time to make that stop.
They pass it around. Now shooting Kyle Connor. Bodies flying in front of the net. Compher got to the available puck. Stolen now. Sandberg looks, keeps, shoots. Sharp angle fought off by Gibson. Detroit 1 for 3 against Winnipeg in the previous matchup between these two teams. Here's Dylan Larkin across for Raymond. He got stick on puck but couldn't put it home.
Good hand-eye there by Raymond.
Larkin surrounded, puck stolen but not removed. Sider has it up top. Lucas Raymond feeds down low, knocked down by James Van Riemsdyk. And he does get that puck back. Raymond to Sider. Raymond gets it back to Sider. One-timer coming. Hellebuyck to save. DeMello tried to crush that out, and it trickles out of the zone. A chance for the Jets. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Adam Lowry keeps, shoots, but too high.
We had Koepke going to the net. Here it is the other way. Gibson challenged and just gets a piece of it off the blocker, sending it high up and over the shoulder. You can see Lowry, he's looking, but he's saying forget it.
JT Compher slows down, feeds the point. Sandin Pellikka shooting. Hellebuyck the save, puck loose. Compher gets to it, backhand shot. Hellebuyck is there, but unaware. Appleton in the way. Iafallo gets to it, centering pass, and it comes all the way to the blue line. Morrissey eventually got it to Kyle Connor, kicks it back. DeMello is shot. Gibson found it through traffic. He gets to it. Emmett Finney works it back to the point. Sider is there. Van Riemsdyk controlling. Pass to the front. Tipped by Compher, but he couldn't capitalize. But a nice move by the Red Wings. Here's a chance for Van Riemsdyk. Up to 14 goals on the season for the 36-year-old. 1372 points and 500 and more goals, surpassed earlier this season by Patrick Kane as well.
Got back on January 8th, and he became the 50th.
Getting ready to get back onto the ice. Here's Raymond getting to the puck. Checking to see who's with him. Sider to Sherratt. Backhander stopped by Hellebuyck. No rebound.
Quickly, Hellebuyck got over there. Right out of the box, he goes to the net front, takes it in the forehand, but runs out of real estate that way, so has to go to the backhand, and then
Patrick Kane spinning and passing. Sherratt got his stick on it, gave it away. Salomonson comes into the zone. A feed. Nemesnikov shoots. John Gibson, a great save, and he hangs on.
Nemesnikov, Vladdy can't get it done. You're watching Hockey Night in Canada from Winnipeg.
As we begin to approach the midway mark of this matchup, Jonathan Toews with it near the net. A pass in front. Here's under the guidance of veteran coach Todd McClellan in his 21st season coaching in the NHL. Off the face-off, they score! Jets have a 1-0 lead. Kepke in the right place at the right time.
Well, it starts with a draw win. Barron wins the draw, and it's a shot from the point that's actually blocked and hits Kepke in front. And he says, you know what, I'm not going to give up on it. I'm going to extend myself past Sider, who had the body but not the stick of Kepke. And Kepke does a good job fighting through this check here. Off his knee, thank you very much.
Good news for the Jets that Logan Stanley staying on the bench after blocking that pass. Here's Kane finding his man, shooting. Hellebuck out to challenge, it was blocked. Stanley's out there doing his thing. And now the Red Wings score as the puck crosses the line. The referee signaling a goal. The puck was bouncing. But it is JT Compher who ties this game up at 1 apiece.
And then coming back out a shift later. But what happens? This block shot pulls him out of the play. So now there's an opening. And you see as this puck gets to the net front, Stanley's a little slow to recover. And why wouldn't you be after that block shot? And Compher is able to have his way in the net front. Hellebuck tried to deny the pass out twice. And Compher stuck with it. The resiliency that Coach Todd McClellan has talked about pays off for Compher. And he picks up the goal, just keeps hacking and whacking and tucks it inside the post up in the air. And
indeed.
And it is. And what complicates things is the Olympic break and the players that are going to play for the Olympics and what that will mean to teams when they come back from that break. So that's another dynamic that you think about when you're...
Checks the rear view mirror. Compher works it, and now the Red Wings coming into the zone. Van Riemsdyk, and here's a beautiful goal again from JT Compher, his second of the night, as Detroit takes a 1-goal lead.
It's a no-look pass. He knows that Compher is coming, and he's able to take this pass from behind and just sweep it to the front of the net where Compher is going to the net. And a little late coming back to help out on the coverage. You'll see Shen there. That pass goes from Finney from behind him. He takes it all in one fill swoop and sends it over to Compher. And Compher.
Raymond works it behind the goal line. Bernard Docker up there. Kasper. Bodied. Here's a quick wraparound attempt. The puck is in the net. And the Detroit Red Wings have some insurance. A 2-goal lead, Hellebuck in disbelief. And how did that go in? But it's Lucas Raymond with his 18th of the season.
You can see on Scott Arniel and Marty Johnson, they're down there looking at it, and they're trying to get a sense of whether or not this thing is...
The draw, Johansson heads up ice, gains the zone, the backhand feed, a shot, Hellebuck to save. Pass comes out front, Patrick Kane was there. And he's able to clear it. DeBrincat works it up ahead. Kopp racing to it. Too far for him. Kopp has it, the empty net, and they score. So 4-1 here as DeBrincat puts it home with 1:49 to go in the third period.
Of the season for the Detroit Red Wings. They're backhanded into Compher and just does a good job waiting around, gets it over to DeBrincat and into the...
As Pearson finds Morgan, Barron made a move, Pearson racing to it. Here's Barron now behind the net. Shen shoots, blocked by Raymond. Puck bounces, and now Kasper comes in with speed. He has Larkin with him. Kasper shoots, and he scores. And the Red Wings begin to run away with it here.
Kasper gets an edge on the Detroit and Winnipeg, just trying to pinch here. And as he continues to look off of Larkin, he now takes it to the middle of the ice, has all kinds of options. Hellebuck deep in the net, and Kasper says, I'm going to keep this one myself. The guy that we talked about.
Dying seconds here as the Detroit Red Wings coming into Winnipeg on a cold night here. And a 5-1 final score, a victory for the Red Wings.